Hey everybody, Liam here, and welcome to another episode of MetroMania. For those who aren't aware, MetroMania is an ongoing 16 Pokemon Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion, and Season 6 is all about Alolan forms. If you're a fan of MetroMania already and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button, show you're enjoying this series, and of course hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. We're so deep into the heats right now, we're on Heat 7, it's looking to be an amazing week for MetroMania, but of course before we get into the battles, let's take a look at the brackets and see how we got here. Last week, Diglett got absolutely mauled by Muck. It lived a lot longer than I think any of us thought it was going to do in the second round, but it just wasn't to be. Muck steamrolled through Diglett, and unfortunately we say goodbye to Diglett. We don't get to see that epic Diglett-Dugtrio showdown that I know you were all hoping for. Muck moves on to the quarterfinals to claim its spot as Dugtrio's opponent en route to the semifinals. Will Dugtrio prevail over Muck, or will Muck destroy Dugtrio as it did Diglett? I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks' time, but first we got some heats to go just before. We've got to find out who's going to the fourth of the quarterfinals, and Alolan Vulpix or Alolan Sandshrew will be one of those Pokemon. Here we go! It's the final pair of basic Pokemon that are in this Alolan Pokemon Metromania. It's Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Sandshrew. Everybody looking lovely and adorable on the field, but under the surface, these Pokemon are probably a bit more deadly than they care to give away. I mean, especially with that ice typing on Alolan Sandshrew. Here we see regular Vulpix going for Swift, which again is going to be resisted because of that steel typing, although that was a decent amount of damage to Alolan Sandshrew. Don't get us wrong. And here's shiny Alolan Vulpix, who is going to fire off a light screen and protect its team from special attacks. I'd probably gone with Reflect, to be honest, because that's going to protect against physical attacks. I think that's the prowess that this Sandshrew team has under the surface. We see Submission, which is going to be super effective. Holy moly! That massive damage putting Vulpix straight in the danger zone there with recoil damage onto shiny Sandshrew, but I don't think it cares, to be honest. Regular Sandshrew is going to go for Comet Punch into the same Vulpix and take one out straight away. Alolan Sandshrew definitely wants to go through to the quarterfinals. It wants to go far in Metromania, and oh my word, it's going to absolutely... it's going to bring the pain. Oh my goodness. So Vulpix really needs to be careful here as it goes for the Metronome on the next turn. Gotta bust out the fire type moves. This all the fighting type moves. Here's a bind though from Vulpix, which is going to deal damage to Sandshrew at the end of each turn there. So probably a good play by Vulpix, getting as much damage as it can onto the Sandshrew team. Regular Sandshrew is going to go for Psychic, but of course that light screen's up, and of course Vulpix has that better protection against special attacks, as, you know, on top of the fact as well, special defense drops though, on top of the fact that Sandshrew does not have great special attack anyway. So special attacks are what Vulpix wants to get hit by. Barrage is not... oh, I love Barrage in this game. It's so adorable. Look at it. Look at that Vulpix just getting smonked in the face. Fantastic. And there's the bind damage. But yeah, fire type moves and fighting type moves are both 4 times weaknesses of Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash. So it's worth keeping those in mind. If any Pokemon bust those moves out, then they're going to be taking down the Sandshrew or Sandslash teams. Here we see Disable from Vulpix, disabling the Metronome of the... is that the regular or the shiny? That's the regular Sandshrew now can't use Metronome, which is a great play for Vulpix. If these Sandshrew struggle themselves to death, that would be great for Vulpix. Here's a Sand Attack, though, from the shiny Alolan Sandshrew, which is not good for Vulpix because Vulpix needs that accuracy to be able to land as many moves as possible, but is protected thanks to that Disable. That may last a fair few turns as well, as we see that bind damage on that now sitting duck of a Sandshrew, who's going to be forced to basically knock itself out with struggle damage, although its struggle with its physical attack might be fairly strong. Here we see a high jump kick, though, from the Alolan Vulpix onto the remaining shiny Sandshrew that was... oh my god, so shiny Sandshrew, who wasn't disabled, is now gone from the field. That's a great play by Vulpix there. This Sandshrew now has to struggle. Vulpix, it's still decent damage, but I think Sandshrew may drop out this competition before Vulpix does. There's the bind damage, making it even more difficult for Sandshrew. Wow, Vulpix has absolutely turned this battle around with the use of a single disable and a single high jump kick. That's impressive. Vulpix gets ready to go, goes for double team, making itself more difficult to hit, although Struggle won't miss. I believe Struggle it's impossible for Struggle to miss. But it's protecting itself for, I guess, further into the battle if it survives that long. Here's the Struggle from the Sandshrew, bringing Vulpix into the danger zone. This could go either way right now, but there's the bind damage, which is going to take Sandshrew down as I choke on my words. There we go. Sandshrew is down in round 1. If you can believe it, goes to Vulpix. Here's everybody else back on the field, ready to go for round 2. But wow, Vulpix takes the first fall. Sandshrew really has underestimated Vulpix in this competition. Vulpix has gone, hey, I got some tricks up my sleeve, hidden amongst my tails. I got some tricks going on. Well done to Vulpix for that first round. We see the first turn of round 2. Alolan Vulpix starting things off for its team is going to go with a Thunder Shock, maybe hoping to get the paralysis on Sandshrew. Of course, Electric is one of the types that Sandshrew does not resist, so a great play there. And here comes a Shiny Vulpix, I should say, with Comet Punch, but it is avoided by Sandshrew. And now Shiny Sandshrew is getting ready to mount its offense after that dreadful high jump kick in the last round. Goes for Meditate, increasing its attack stat. That's not good for the Vulpix team. That is scary for the Vulpix team, if anything. And regular Sandshrew is getting ready, because now it can use Metronome because it's a new battle. Goes for Peck. Not going to be a great hit, but still does decent damage for something as piddly as a Peck. Vulpix's defenses have a lot to be desired, as we see everybody getting ready, formulating their plans for the next round. And here comes the Metronome for regular Alolan Vulpix, who is going to go for Pound, which will be resisted by Shiny Sandshrew. Not a great plan there. Shiny Vulpix will follow up as well, because Vulpix, of course, has the speed advantage here, would you believe? With a Dizzy Punch, again, that's not going to be very effective. You need to be using moves that aren't normal type moves. You want to use, well, again, you want to use Fire or Fighting, ideally. Here we see Mega Kick, even a ground type move with him. Great, that Mega Kick is going to do huge damage to Shiny Alolan Vulpix, takes it right down. Oh my word. And now we're down to 1 Vulpix and 2 Sandshrew once again. This is scary to watch. Crab Hammer coming out from the regular Sandshrew. Massive damage there. Doesn't get the critical hit normally associated with Crab Hammer. Unfortunately, Crab Hammer, of course, has increased critical hit ratio, I believe. And we see everybody getting ready. It's a tense situation because this Vulpix is in a dangerous place against these 2 Alolan Sandshrew right now, as it goes for Psychic, which is going to be resisted, but of course, oh, it just doesn't do enough damage, does it, to that Sandshrew right there. Shiny Sandshrew gets itself ready, primed, prepped, ready to go with a Dizzy Punch of its own. And is that going to be enough to take down the Vulpix? It is indeed. And round 2 goes to Sandshrew. I nearly said Slash then. As we see, it's 1 apiece. My word. Vulpix and Shiny Vulpix really need to pull their fingers out right now. I mean, do they have fingers? They have paws. I guess they have toes. Whatever. Anatomy 101, as we get ready to see who's going to claim the 3rd fall, who is going to claim that all-important 2nd victory to take themselves into the quarterfinals. You see Whirlwind fail from Shiny Vulpix, and now it's regular Vulpix who needs to pick up where its ally failed. There goes for Swords Dance, increasing its physical attack. That's a great play there by Vulpix to start things off. Make sure you are a threat to this opposing team. And here comes the regular Sandshrew. What will it do here? It's going to go for Rock Throw, which is super effective on the Ice type Vulpix. Massive damage there. If that Vulpix can mount an attack next turn, though, it may be able to get revenge. Here is the Shiny Sandshrew going for Psy Wave, which of course isn't going to be resisted by Vulpix. It's a decent amount of damage. It takes down the Vulpix. This is all she wrote, isn't it? We got 1 Vulpix versus 2 Sandshrew. Which way is it going to go? Sandshrew has shown its physical prowess is really helping it in these battles. It is really dominating Vulpix because of its physical defenses being so low. Hypnosis comes out from Shiny Vulpix, is going to put Shiny Sandshrew to sleep. Deal with 1 threat at a time. I like it. So now it's just 1 Sandshrew versus 1 Vulpix for the time being, and that's probably the best way to go about it. Here comes regular Sandshrew, though, who is awake, is going to go for a Stomp on the Vulpix. Luckily can't make the Vulpix flinch. And there's the Shiny Sandshrew sleeping. There's so much alliteration going on right now. It is massively messing with my head. Even there was alliteration. Look at that. Alliteration. That's your word of the day. Here's Shiny Vulpix, though, getting ready on this turn. What will it do? It's going to go for Strength, which is, again, going to be resisted by Sandshrew. Not going to do much damage at all there. Shiny Sandshrew is still fast asleep, and now it's over to regular Sandshrew. See what it's got in mind. Is it going to give Vulpix an opportunity? It's going to go for Confusion. I don't think that's going to be enough to take Vulpix down, if I'm completely honest. Not a lot of damage because, of course, even with a critical hit, but does get the Confuse. That's unfortunate because, of course, Sandshrew's special attack is just not great at all, is it? It's very, very low. As we see everybody getting prepped for the next turn, Vulpix is confused, can't afford to hit itself in confusion, and does! So it's, oh, that's terrible. That's not good for Vulpix at all. Here comes the regular Sandshrew, who is going to go for Bone Meringue, and you've got to think that's going to do a decent amount of damage, especially with 2 hits. There's the 1 hit, there's the 2 hits. Vulpix is down, Sandshrew goes through into the quarterfinals. Heat 7 has been won by the Alolan Sandshrew team. That was incredible. It was really clear from the get-go that Alolan Sandshrew had the clear physical advantage. Every physical move used by one of the 2 Sandshrew was dominating the Vulpix side. Although Vulpix did manage to turn the battle around in that kind of first round, it managed to kind of mount some offense, especially with the disable and the high jump kick. It really showed like it may be able to turn things around and go all the way, but unfortunately that physical dominance by Sandshrew was just way too much for Vulpix to handle. Sandshrew moves on, and next week we'll find out its opponent as Marowak takes on Graveler. But of course, that's where I'm going to leave this episode of MetroMania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely people down here do, please pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. For live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.